one who's having second thoughts. I'm the one who's having my ethics questioned. And my gut response to that is, if you want me out, you got to throw me out, and I'm going to make a mighty big noise on the way.
I like that point of view.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much of this bravado is just a knee-jerk reaction to the temerity of those council members to doubt me in the first place.
Can I offer an observation for whatever it's worth?
Please.
Justus, I think if you take a step back, have an objective look at everything you've accomplished since you landed in Port Charles, I'd be very surprised if most of it wasn't done as a private citizen, not through the political process. I mean, for example, stopping the incinerator project, getting the Charles Street Foundation off the ground, going after Damien's Emporium thing.
And this from a man who has no great love of the political process.
Well, like I said, objective, removed.
Yeah, well, I guess I've got a lot of thinking to do.
Excuse me. Luke's. Lila. Hey, babe, been waiting for you to call. How are ya? Why don't you just tell Reginald to put the ladder up to your bedroom window and I'll be right over.
I just love taking you guys' money. You dug a pretty deep hole for yourself this time.
I can cover it.
$480 you can cover.
Yeah.
When?
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm gonna need a little time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm good for the money. It's just that I'm gonna have to do some creative juggling.
You bet the money. You ought to be able to cover it.
I can. You know, I mean, I will. It's just I can't do it immediately. I can't do it this second. You know, I can't do it like
Okay,
today.
Spencer. Here's the deal. You have 3 days to come up with the dough. 3 days. And if you don't, let me explain what's going to happen on day 4.
What's up?
I'm in really big trouble, Dad. Oh, bigger, man. So big, I don't even want to tell you.
If you didn't want to tell me, you wouldn't have come here, Luck. What's up?
Well, I put all the cash together, and I went to the bike shop, and I paid them what I owed them, right? And then I got back in the game.
And?
Well, I figured my luck had to change.
But it didn't.
No, it... And I just kept figuring it would, you know, and I stayed in the game for a long time, and I lost a bundle.
How big a bundle?
$480.20.
That's a wad. I thought you could play rings around these guys. What happened? Did you just forget everything that I've spent a lifetime teaching you? What did you do? Did you make shaky bets? Did you run too many bluffs? What?
Dad, it was
what?
It was 7-card stud. I mean, it's all out there, you know, where you can see everybody's cards and you just guess the probabilities. I mean, you could not believe how many cards were turning against me.
But you didn't push away from the table and walk away.
I kept getting good cards, Dad. I mean, there were ones you would have gone for. I know you would have. And then I got another good card, and I figured this is the one. This is going to pull me out.
All right, I know that feeling. Maybe I should be proud of you for sticking with the losing streak, trying to break it. But I'll tell you something. I'm real disappointed in your common sense in running up that kind of a tab in a little bicycle shop card game.
I need the money by Friday.
Or what?
Or else?
Meaning?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I don't know.
Doesn't sound pretty. You think they're serious?
I don't want to know that either, Dad. Yeah, I think they are.
Well, there's no honor in walking away from a debt. But there's no shame in asking for a little more time.
Dad, that's what I did. That's what I did. That's when they said or else. So that's why I need you to lend me the money. Dad, I know how bad this looks, but if you could just get me out of this jam this one time, I promise you I will never leave myself open like this again.
Lucky borrowing what you owe somebody from somebody else so you can owe him instead is bad business.
But you're my dad.
Well, that's even more reason not to do it.
I can't believe this. Dad, I thought I could count on you.
Think about it. That kind of money, today's interest rates, I would own your butt until the millennium. Do you want that?
Yeah, I don't love the idea, but there's not any other solution.
How do you know?
Because obviously I thought about it before I asked you every single angle.
Maybe not.
Oh.
How have you solved problems in the past?
What do you want me to do, Dad? You want me to hit the road again?
Don't go there. I'm in no mood for threats.
I don't know what else to do.
Your money-making skills are not limited to 52-card pickup. Think of something. You're an entrepreneur.
Man, I cannot raise a few thousand worms that fast. I mean, nothing I do is going to raise that kind of cash in that amount of time.
Then you in a bind.
Really? Oh, thanks. I didn't know that. Hey. Could I borrow the 500 that you replaced in my emergency backpack?
No, that's for emergency.
Dad, this is an emergency.
Self-created. Self-created. If you borrow that money from the backpack, it's the same as borrowing it from me. Now think again.
Does this life lesson you're trying to teach me, does it allow you to tell me what you would do if you were in my shoes? Huh?
Son, this is no life lesson. This is life. This is your life.
Dad, can you at least tell me what you'd do if it were yours?
I'd sweat to come up with the dough.
Make money. I can shovel snow. I can babysit Lou. Hey. I could commit to babysitting Lou, you know, for the next 5 years. And then you'd have to pay me in advance, and you don't do that. Do you?
Nope.
Okay, skills. What skills? Let me think here. I can woodwork. No, can't make anything big very fast. Fast talking. I just tried that, and that didn't work.
No.
Dad, cards is the only skill I really have, and I can't very well do that.
Well, you know, a last resort is better than no resort at all.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They would never let me back in that game. Unless I paid them first. And what if they did? Then I lost more money. I'm telling you, with that much at stake, Dad, I don't know how good I could do.
Hey, you listen. You never lose your confidence. Never. You're good. You know you're good. You know that. Now, you have to take a hit now and then. Those are the breaks.
Dad, we're talking hard cash or broken kneecaps. Okay?
Okay. All right, you want to know what I'd do? This is what I'd do.
Yes, I do.
I'd find some sucker who wouldn't miss $480.20 in a game of chance. Or, in your case, a skill. What's up?
Harry just called. Catherine Bell's been arrested for Damien's murder.
I knew they questioned her. She was claiming some kind of amnesia.
You don't buy that.
You'd think if she had whacked the creep, she'd feel the glow of satisfaction.
You think she could have done it?
Well, she had the motive. Cops must think she had the opportunity and the means.
Catherine's hardly the only one with motive. I mean, there's a lot of people who didn't wish him well.
Your soon-to-be daddy-in-law springs to mind.
No.
No? I assume that's not a guess. Okay.
Then again, there's a lot of people who aren't business associates who would, might want to settle an old score.
Well, if you're suggesting that I may have indulged in the whim, you're wrong. As far as I'm concerned, Junior wouldn't be worth the aggravation. I get enough rush just giving him those bad tables near the kitchen door when he came in. Gosh, I'm gonna miss that.
You know, it's hard to try somebody when there's no body found.
Catherine thinks he's still alive. She thinks he set her up.
Damn. I don't know.
You know, most people hate him enough to be happy that he's not going to be in the picture for whatever reason.
Well, I tell you, I need assurances. I want this over. But no surprises waiting to happen. Last thing I want is a bunch of feds running around revving things up when they've just quieted down.
If Damien's been iced, they could start digging again.
They probably never stop, especially when he didn't show up for questioning. They've probably gone blank. But if he is officially dead, that means they may have access to stuff that they never had before. Offshore account records, etc. You understand what I'm saying?
All of which could connect back to you.
Right. And if the DA can't make a case against Catherine Stick, you know where they're coming next.
Well, not necessarily. Like you said, everybody in town wanted to see him out of the picture. Everybody's got motive.
Yeah, but let's face it. You know they want to get the most.
All right, so the best thing for you is if Damien is definitely dead, and if Catherine definitely did it.
Yeah, things will probably quiet down. You know, I can marry Lily. Peace. I can pick up my business where I left off. On the other hand, if Catherine insists he's still alive and some young cop keeps on it and proves she's right, then that opens up another can of worms. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Then you're looking at a return engagement with the grand jury.
I lucked out the first time. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Even with El Padre Grande standing guard?
Well, that all depends on whether Damien's alive. What strings to pull.
You know, maybe Catherine's right. Maybe she's right, man. Maybe he isn't dead, you know? I mean, she dumps him for Scorpio. He gets furious. Then she unloads a lot of information on him to the cops. He gets more enraged. So, he disappears. He frames her. She goes to prison. Theory has merit.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe she really did do him in.